Hello, everyone. First off, I just want to say thank you so much for letting me be here and getting out of the garage, so it's nice. My name is Paesol Veerakitti, and I'm a lifelong engineer. I just love this city. I love Jacksonville. Like, looking down here, I see faces that I work with. This is truly a unique city with really good people. So today, I'm going to share with you a vision that I'm very, very passionate about. We are in an interesting time. If you guys remember back in the day when computers just came out, it wasn't really widely adoptable until the internet came out, right? Because now all of a sudden, there's a reason to use these machines. So I believe that today, what AI is to robot is what the internet was to computers. Because of the AI, the robots can now do a lot of cool things. However, there's a catch. Most robots are still custom builds. They take months to set up, they cost a lot up front, and they need engineering every time the environment changes. And different brands don't talk to each other, so every site becomes a one-off. So that's why we realize that there's cost, complex, and they're one-off. What is the solution? The solution is, what if we have a way to control the robots easily? Just like back in the day, Microsoft came out with a graphical user interface. So humans can command machines just by pointing and clicking. What about the robots? What do? What if there's a way to command the robots simply just by talking to it? And that's what we come up with, the autonomous multimodal platform. And it is essentially a way to have AI see, talk, and act. So what we came up with was a drive system that allows a motor to talk to cell phones. And what we have is the ability to control turn any motors into a smart robot. And I'm going to show this video really quick. Oh, never mind. I think this was actually a video of a wheelchair that in 15 minutes we put the device and the smartphone, and then it turns into a robot. I'm sorry, I'm completely butchering it because this is the wrong slide. So let me just go back and just simply say this. In order for us to be able to talk to robots, right, we need to be able to interact with it simply. So we developed a thing called the Morpheus drive, which allow any ordinary motors to have AI capabilities. And we created our own operating system, which is called the Core OS. And essentially what it is we can actually make robots really easy to use and ready to create. And what you see here is one of our proof of concept that we can actually make robots in a very, very fast manner, and is very adoptable. So you can have AI that can see, talk, and hear, doing security applications. You can put different attachment and effectors to it, and then it can actually do tasks for you. So the other thing that made the revolutionary for phones today is the App Store. So we basically create a system where people can create apps for robotics. And this was a video that kind of showed that. Unfortunately, it's not working. So that kind of threw off a little bit, so sorry. What about the traction? So we have 6 guardian robots sold, which is essentially this guy over here. It basically patrols a parking lot of a dealership, And we also sold 100 Morpheus drives to FSCJ. And we are in the talks with other dealerships to hopefully get somewhere with this. So what is the ask? We're asking for $1 million at a $20 million cap convertible note. And the use is for runway and sales. And thank you for listening. I'm so sorry. Let's get to the question and answer. Yeah.
Listen, it's not easy to get up there and do that in front of a large audience, right? So
Yeah.
deep breath.
Yeah, mainly it's the wrong PowerPoint.
Deep breath, right? So you're currently using this, and guys, I know a little bit more about this because he's pitched at Silicon Beach, and I've worked with him a little bit at Accelerate PV. So I know a little bit more than what he said, so I'm going to try to help a little bit. Is that all right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. So your robots right now, the security robots, are at Nimnik Chevy or Ford?
Correct.
Right. And they are there to help with security at night to stop people from stealing catalytic converters.
Correct.
Okay. So that's the use case that you're currently working on, right? And you sold them 6.
Yep.
Right. At what dollar value?
What's that again?
At what cost?
$14,000.
$14,000 a piece, and they're an investor in Robocor as well?
They are investing in a vertical company called Robosecure. Which is
Robosecurity.
basically going to be focusing on the security robot.
The security component. So you've broken the security component out to its own separate company.
Correct.
So if any investment happens, does that include that part of it?
What's that again?
If someone wants to make an investment, does it include the security component?
Of
Security
course,
business and the Robocor, what we're talking about is the parent then?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Robocor is essentially all that is just selling the robot to vertical companies.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the Morpheus drive, right, that I actually saw you put on the wheelchair, right, and move around the office, right, that was able to be controlled from somebody someplace else.
Correct.
Right? So where was that person controlling the wheelchair? Where were they located?
Anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the part that was interesting, I found interesting, is this Morpheus component that, and I'm going off script here, guys, so I apologize, right, from a judging perspective, because otherwise I'd be Mr. Wonderful and rip you to shreds, right? So I'm not going to do that. So the Morpheus drive, the concept behind the Morpheus drives allows you, and what you looked at was a wheelchair, but let's extrapolate that a little bit and say, what if I put this Morpheus drive into an excavator? Can I do that?
Yes.
And can that excavator then be used and operated at night from somebody in the Philippines or India?
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. Yep. I'm going to stop leading the witness. Anyone else?
Paesol, tell us a little bit about, what's the competitive landscape for you, not just in the security, but let's call it adaptable robotic solutions.
Yeah.
Okay. For, let's call it, for industry and companies. How do you look at that?
Yeah.
And are you biting off too much, or do you have an approach where you have, I'll call it a path to a go-to-market path, because we didn't really get that from this conversation.
Yeah, thank you so much for letting me redo that. So Matthew Chang probably can understand a lot about the robotics landscape, but right now the competitor is ROS, Robotics Operating System. It's actually free. It's an operating system. However, I can't even find one person that knows how to use it here that I can hire. That's why we create our own Core OS, which is essentially using a game engine, a completely different way to think about it, to create an operating system for robots that anybody can or developers, not just anybody, can make robotic system using just like they're developing a 3D game. And the results, I wish I can show the video because that speaks all of it. It's essentially we're able to create multiple applications of robots really fast. So the competitive landscape, the edge that we have is that the other option is ROS. That's the rest of the world is using. It's very complex to use. You have to be an expert to be able to do this. So this turns it so that any software engineer intern that knows how to use AI and a little bit of 3D modeling can make it happen. So that's basically the things that I believe that it's going to be making the difference.
And Paesol, can you talk a little bit about the cost at scale to produce these and what your gross margins look like?
Absolutely. So for this robot, it's probably going to cost about, right now, because it's prototyping, so it's about $8,000 to create. But if we retool it, it's probably going to be $4,000 or less. So that's kind of like what the robot is. But the best thing about it is we will charge ongoing subscription, just like everybody pays for internet and ChatGPT, same thing. So it's not just the hardware sale, but also software as a service or robotics as a service business model.
Just to clarify, so the robot is running on Morpheus as
Correct.
your private operating system.
The operating system runs on any computing device, like the phone, like a PC, anything, Jetson Nano, which is like a mini PC. But the Morpheus drive is the one that connects the motors
Okay.
to the smart computing device.
So are they two separate companies right now? Is Morpheus separate from the robotics company, or it's all in one?
It's all in one. It's just multiple products within Robocor.
Thank you.
I have a question for you. And it was great meeting you at Accelerate PV as well. And when I saw this, I was wondering how we could adopt it, as a model at some point. My question is, as far as the ongoing maintenance of this, what's the cost of that per month?
That's a great point. So the way that we want to approach it is that we have it a way that everything in here is modularized. So if something breaks, you can just swap it really fast. So the answer to that question is whatever the business use case it's willing to pay. Like, for example, car dealership, they're used to paying $2,000 a month for something, for some services, monitoring or cleaning the signs. We're going to do the same approach so that, just take completely that burden off of them, and we just kind of partner with local tech service companies to do that, because everything is very simple to use, replace, and all that stuff.
So 1.5 million is what you're asking.
1 million.
1 million
Yep.
you're asking. Okay, sorry. 1 million you're asking. When do you reach profitability, and what does that profitability look like, and
Yep.
what does that look like for us as investors?
Yep. So right now we're already profitable. We already made $150,000. This would carry us. But with the investment, it will allow us to go faster and reach farther. So we basically can hire more team, and then we can actually have salespeople to reach out and partner with more dealerships and other security application needs. Yep.
Amazing.
Thank you.